is, I mean, I'm looking forward to more interviews like this, because usually when you go for interviews, it's like they're attacking you. I mean, but this is relaxed, you know, so this is different actually. So
there are stars and there are stars. Hi, Cee-C.
hello, Desmond.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, am I permitted to call you King Cee-C?
Yeah, of course, still King Cee-C.
But then, it just begs, that was a trap question anyway, but then it just begs the question. A lot of strong women feel the need to actually be referred to as a king. So why not a queen? Queen is equally as powerful, but why king?
Well, I don't know. I think everybody has their own personal reasons why they want to be referred to as a king. For me, it started from conversation I had with a friend like years back, even before the whole thing. And she was like, oh, Cee-C, I like the way that you're independent, you know, taking care of yourself and doing things for yourself, not waiting for someone else to do things for yourself. And out of the blue, I just said, yeah, that's right, I'm a king. I was like, okay, King Cee-C, and that's it. So for me, I feel like people shouldn't generalize, you know, the whole king. Everybody has their own reason. Mine is because I feel like until when I get married, I'm a king because I take care of myself, you know, all my responsibilities, you know, I protect my territory. So that's why I call myself a king, nothing more than that.
What do you think that will change when you get married?
Because someone else is in charge now, or a little bit more in charge now, because now I have someone who is looking out for me. You know, I don't have to do everything myself anymore. And of course, when there's a king, you have to be a queen. But for now, I'm a queen and a king.
Queen king. How would you do it?
However,
but then you talked about your friend who just said, "Oh, you're really independent, and then you should be called the king." So, are you guys still friends?
Yeah, we're still friends actually.
You're like before your claim to fame after the Big Brother. These people that were your real ones are still your real ones.
Yeah, a lot of them actually. Yeah, I lost a couple of friends, just very few of them. But then the people who were close to me before the fame, they're still very close to me right now because nothing has changed. I'm still the Cynthia they used to know. Just that now I'm more, you know, out there. But of course, for some people couldn't handle the fame, and so they're like, okay, Cee-C, I'm not sure I want to be part of all that, which is fine. I can understand. But also, most people are still my friends. We have, you know, remained friends regardless of the fame and all of that. Yeah.
Was there anything you missed from that life before the fame?
Actually, a lot. Because right now we're like under this microscope. Everybody's trying to, you know, look out for what are you up to, what are you doing. You can't hide anything anymore. You can't even have I mean, you can't have a private life, but then it's hard to have a private life, to be honest. So I miss those quiet moments, you know, when I can just be Cynthia. Because funny enough, I look very serious, but I can be very playful. But now, if you try to be that Cynthia outside, not a lot of people can understand. They'll be like, okay, she high or something, what's going on? So I miss those days when I can just be me. I don't have to be seen or look a certain type of way before you take me serious, or before you know. So I just miss I miss that. And of course I also miss when people didn't think that I am always fine. Now they feel like you have your shit together, you're always fine. Nobody even cares to ask, okay, are you okay? Are you fine? You know, they feel like, okay, yeah, of course, she's slaying, so she's fine. So yeah, I miss those times when people actually, you know, just call you to ask you if you're fine. Now they just call you to know what's up, what's the latest, okay, what are you know, what can we get? That comes a lot too. So yeah, I miss that. And also I miss the quiet, like, yeah, now you have to struggle to actually get like a quiet moment where you can just, you know, listen to yourself, you know, and even have like spend time with yourself basically. So I miss all of that. Yeah,
well, in my head, I feel it's usually quieter when you move up the ladder. It gets quieter.
It's so noisy. That's so wrong. Like it becomes more noisy as you're going, you're climbing the ladder. It gets more noisy because a lot of people feel like they have an opinion and they feel like they know what's best for you. And also people's expectations, your own expectations too. So it gets too noisy. Everybody wants to be part of what you're doing. Everybody feels like, okay, yeah, you know what. So it gets really noisy sometimes, yeah. And then me, I'm a very private person, and I like that quiet, moment when you just, because those are the times that you can actually be honest to yourself and speak to yourself, and also refocus and just, the things that are very important. So I miss those quiet, moment that I can easily just have. But now it's not like I don't have them now, but it's harder to get them now. Then if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
But now, being a person who's very private, like you said, it's easy for you to be a target by online trolls to, like, when you post something, it's easy for somebody to like misconstrue it. It's easy. So how do you deal with all the different opinions?
To be honest, when I post stuff, caption, or when I tweet stuff, I just do them because
check them.
I just whatever it is that comes to my head, or if I'm in a certain situation and I feel like there's a need for me to say this, or for me to, because I feel like people are watching you, so I feel sometimes when I post a picture and I have like a very, funny caption or inspirational caption, I'm talking to someone, I promise you. That doesn't mean that I am actually in that situation. I may not be, I may be. And so I find it very funny and interesting when people just decide to say, oh, she's talking about this, she's trying to shake tables. No, I'm not trying to shake tables. I'm just trying to pass a message. So, and then I also understand that sometimes people do this thing deliberately, just trying to get your attention. So me, I just ask myself, what is this person trying to achieve by trying to say this, trying to say that? And when I notice you're just trying to get my attention, and I'm up for having dodged you, I'll give you attention. Oh yeah, let's go back and forth. Let's back. Exactly. I have time, but when I don't have time, I just ignore. Or when I notice that people are beginning to stir up some things that, because it's very easy for you to get the labels, it's very easy for you to, for people to say, oh, this is what I don't want all of that. So sometimes I just have to pass the message. I don't have anything to do with whatever you're saying. This is what I'm trying to say. So for me, sometimes it's just banter. I just try to reply sometimes, but I don't take them serious. It doesn't pass that. It doesn't go beyond that social media. I don't take them serious. I just know that some people are doing it just to get attention. Actually, most times. Just
speaking about the attention, you were trending a few weeks ago because you showed support for Uti.
Oh yeah, that.
But then a lot of people are in support of you. There were people that were not in support. There were people there was different opinions. So now, clear it out, because it was a tweet which could easily be, okay, maybe she meant it from this angle. Maybe she wasn't directly talking about Tasha's character or anything, or. So, Clarence, what did you mean by that tweet? What message were you trying to pass with that tweet?
Of course, when I came out of the house, I didn't have a lot of people that were on my side. And I don't joke with those people that even dared to support me when I was in the house. I don't play with them. And I would forever be grateful to those people, because it wasn't easy, to be honest, to even mention my name, not talk about saying, oh, I support this person. And Uti is not just a friend, but he's a brother, to be honest. I don't joke with Uti. So when I noticed he was part of this campaign for the whole sexual abuse and all of that, I know how passionate he can be, and I know the things, the kind of vision he has, and I know I don't think anybody is better for that kind of campaign. I felt like he belonged there. And I don't fail to use my voice when it's needed. It was needed at that point. It was needed, and that was just me showing support for someone who was there for me, and I'll just repaying his kindness in the way that I could. So I didn't understand why people all of a sudden decided to make it about someone or people that I haven't even met before. To be honest, it was between Uti and I. So whoever that wants to insert themselves into the situation, well, good luck to them, because I don't know what we're talking about. It was just about me supporting the friend, and that was what it was.
But then, you supporting a friend, for you, it's just I'm just sending a message to Uti, just supporting the cause he's invested in. But a lot of the time, a lot of conversations when this year during Big Brother was, when Tasha comes up, there's a comparison with Cee-C. They're like, how have you dealt with that? the comparison?
I don't even see that.
Do you even see any similarities either?
Honestly, I wish I watched this. I wish I watched this. No, I didn't, because I mean, I don't even. My TV is barely on. Like I spend half of the time on my phone. I even watch my Netflix on my phone, on my tab. I don't even on my TV. So I didn't watch Big Brother. So most of the things that I know about Big Brother was from social media, and people say, "Oh, hi, did you hear this? Oh, did you hear that? Oh, yeah, cool story. Okay, fine." And even times that we had to support because of course we're still part of the platform. So those are the times that I've actually heard. But so it's funny when people come and say, "I don't even know what's going on, guys." To be honest, I don't think two people can be same. So I don't know where all of that's coming from. To be honest, I feel like everybody is unique and beautiful and
but when a lot of people were talking about that, you were hearing stories about the comparisons. Do you ever feel the need to reach out to this person after she came out?
Well, I mind my business. If you've noticed, I always mind. If you don't call me, I don't answer. To be honest, I don't go to places where nobody is looking for Cee-C. So I don't see a need to reach out to someone or to reach out to people that haven't even mentioned my name. Why should I? So I didn't see a need to do all of that.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. See that.
Okay.
But then, congratulations on your new YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
Second video down.
Yeah, second video. More to come.
Are you enjoying the life?
Well, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't even know. But then I just, to be honest, I'm trying to find my feet in the industry. Trying to try new things. Try to understand where I fit in all of this, because the industry is really big, to be honest. And are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the story, the parables of the wheat and the tares? So I feel like it's very easy for you to feel like you're busy, but you're busy doing nothing. It's like you're just wasting your time, and it's very easy to happen in the industry. So I'm just trying to be careful not to be a weed. Do you understand? To just look like, oh, I'm busy, and then 5 years after, like, what have you achieved? Do you understand? So the YouTube, every other thing that I'm doing, my brand, Siga, whatever else I'm doing, it's just me trying to, find my feet in the industry. What am I really good at? Already I understand my vision. I know what I'm trying to do, but what I'm still trying to understand is how to do what I want to do. So that's why you see me trying new things. Some things I've tried, I'm like, okay, this is not for me. Some like, okay, yeah, this is for me, definitely for me. And also trying to improve in the kind of services that I offer and all of that.
You plan on practicing law?
Yeah, of course, most def. Actually,
when?
Someday, very soon. Actually, very soon.
What part of law?
Maybe entertainment, because I would have easily said entertainment, but then I feel like it's not really strong in the country yet. A lot of we don't really have entertainment lawyers, actually. I wish we did, then it would have been easy for me. We have few of them, but they're not like very, very, So, and again, part of our code of conduct, you can't actually be running another business and be practicing at the same time, which is a problem. So it's either you choose the practicing life and abandon this entertainment, or you choose. So I'm still trying to see how I can manage, find the balance between the two worlds. Yeah. So until then, I'm in entertainment. That doesn't stop me from being a lawyer.
Fantastic. So I watched your first episode, and one of the topics you addressed was the fact that when you came out, you had to find yourself. You had to own your story. And then there were a lot of conversations about you, the person. There was a lot of judgment on your character, and then a lot of people had predictions that you're not going to get any deals.
He said that actually.
But then a few weeks later, we saw you. But then, was there no fear that those predictions were going to?
Well, I can't lie that maybe I was not scared at any point in the whole journey. I mean, there were times where I was, okay, yeah, are you sure this? But the truth is, I never doubted the fact that I was going to be successful. Never. Not even when I was in the house. Because before I got into the house, I don't know. God talks to me every time anyway. So before I got into the house, I
Love it.
I'm not a pastor, but anyway. So before I got into the house, I was having a conversation with someone, our chaperone. Like they gave us, different people to take care of us and all that. So I was talking to her about, I don't even know what's up. People that I'm going into the house with and all of that. What's going to happen? So I was just like, talking about the whole experience. I was really scared. I was panicking, me that I've never been on TV before and all that. So, and she said something to me. She was like, just don't panic. Do you understand? You have to understand that extraordinary people go through extraordinary situations or terrible situations and they become more extraordinary, And she also said, and she also said that sometimes what you get or the reward you get from toiling or doing something is not what you get but who you become. And I just knew God was speaking to me at that moment. He was saying to me that it's not going to be easy for you, but trust me, I got you. Do you understand? So even all through in the house, there were times when I had it up to I'm like, you know what, I'm going home. I'm not hungry in Nigeria. Let me just go home. Even if I'll manage. Do you understand? And I know that some people actually came and they stayed for like 2 weeks and they're still very successful. So why should I stay to the end? Why should I win this money? I was ready to go. But I just, kept pushing because I held on to his word. Do you understand? So when I came out, and because when you're in that house, you have no idea what is going on. I thought I was killing it. Cee-C, killing them, and giving them content. When I came out, like, hey, Nigeria. So, and all that levels, I just knew that it wasn't going to last because this is not even me. It was just people and their opinions, and all of that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to try to focus on all of that. I'm just going to work hard and be better, because to be honest, I can't say everything that they said was a lie. I mean, there's still small. You have to tell yourself the truth. This is you sometimes. Oh no, this doesn't look good. This is actually ugly. Cee-C, you don't know you look like, So a lot of things that I had to tell myself, and then I just kept pushing. I knew it was
first endorsement deal.
Let me remember. It was my first endorsement. I can't even remember. Jesus Christ. My first should be House of Lunets. No? I don't even know. Well, most of these brands, they actually reached out to me. Hi, Cee-C, I like what you do, and we want you to come on board as, a brand ambassador, as an influencer. Most of them actually came by themselves. Like we have, contacts like emails and stuff like that. And some of them actually came from friends, people that know people. Okay, Cee-C, what's up? Okay, want to help you. People actually felt like they had to, help me get to, a level. So yeah, I can't remember how exactly it came because I can't remember my first. I can't remember, to be honest. But I think they came back to back, so that's why I'm having a little bit of difficulty to remember. But I know most of these brands, they actually came themselves.
Would you attempt, what other reality TV show would you try out?
Nah, none of them, actually. I'm not doing a reality show anymore, because, Nigeria, we're not ready. I mean, if it's Nigeria now, I'm not ready, because we're not ready for reality. We don't like reality. We don't prefer to act, pretend, They like those kind of things. Me, I'm a real person, so.
All right, so, you being real, so what has... You're real, but then there's always a conversation about you being too real. Or do you think have you ever been to a point where you were just being you and then people had a problem with the fact that you were just being too real?
I always tell myself that the problem is not the fact that you're being too real, but you're being real to the wrong people. So it's like, okay, I shouldn't show these people this part. I shouldn't, they're not ready for this. So I just now understand my audience and know what to give and what not to give. Sometimes you just have to keep quiet and just shut up. That doesn't mean that you're stupid or dumb or you don't have anything to say. It's just that you just know you're in the wrong place and there's no point wasting your content right now. It's just, okay, so yeah.
So biggest adjustment you've had to make since Big Brother?
Well,
it's been over. When the new Big Brother Nigeria started, like the one for 2019 started, did you feel, because there's always that, these people don't stop receiving deals or don't have deals again. Did you feel that fear?
I had a lot of that, but To be honest, I don't know why people always think that being successful is when you are the most endorsed. I don't get it. When did that become the yardstick for measuring success? It's bullshit, to be honest.
So what's the yardstick for you?
Sorry?
What's your yardstick?
It's all personal. It's a personal journey for you. For me, I have always wanted to be the best version of myself, you know, to fulfill the highest and the truest expression of myself as a human being. So, oh yeah, you watch her too. Oh yeah. So that's the goal. So when I get to that point, then I can say, Cee-C, you are actually successful. But so it's not because, oh, you have the most endorsement or you're counting number one, that's bullshit, to be honest. Because if you want to keep doing that, you get exhausted, you get depressed. Well,
you want to keep up, like,
until you get to a point where even when you get it, because endorsements have not stopped coming, to be honest. I don't even post when I sign. You just see me, oh yeah, she's working for this brand. Oh yeah, because it doesn't give you the excitement anymore. Even the money doesn't give you excitement anymore. It's now about your what you're passionate about, what do you have passion for, and your sense of mission, like what exactly are you doing to make this world a better place? Do you understand? So when you're trying to be the most endorsed because you want to be seen, the face of this, you know, face of that, face of this, it's exhausting. You don't know what we go through to even, you know, those pictures that you see, oh, this one's slave. It's a lot of work, to be honest. And if you don't like it, if that's not what you're passionate about, you get, you know, tired and it doesn't give you joy anymore. So, so that's the thing. So I feel like people should stop counting all of that. It's important because you can pay your bills and people see you as successful and it opens a lot of doors for you anyway. Yeah, that's the country we're in. But these things will not they'll not keep you relevant. They wouldn't. Your fame will come and go. It will die because at some point a better face, finer face, newer face, fresher face, more controversial person is going to come on board and they're going to push you outside. Like, okay, so she's not really trending. So do you understand? So that's why I keep saying that you have to find what you're passionate about.
But have you ever felt that way?
Like a better face or?
Yeah, that there's now like somebody who's more trending, or have you ever felt like that?
Not really, because
you're the knowing that, oh, fame would go.
I've always known that fame will not last, and I've never tried to trend or try to be famous. It just came naturally, like, oh yeah. So even now that it's no longer, or maybe it's no longer there, I don't even feel, there's no difference for me. I'm still doing me.
So you don't think you're as famous as you were last year?
Not like I'm not as famous, but of course, people, this, you know, when there's a new kid on the block or when there's when you get a new, they shock it. So now it's like, okay, yeah, we have that. Okay, yeah, we've seen that. Oh yeah, do you understand? So that's just what is happening now, which of course doesn't make any difference for me because in fact I'm enjoying the life that I live now because now I'm less under, you know, people are not watching the way they used to watch where you have to move your face. Oh, Cee-C has moved her face. No, now it's like I can have, you know, time to actually focus on important things. You know, no more this event, you have to be there. Do you understand? I don't have to always do a lot of things anymore. Now I'm like, okay, I'm like a boss now. Do you understand? I'm like upper. You know, you don't see Genevieve at every event. You don't see people who I actually look up to as a role model. They're not like everywhere. So that's the level that I am on right now, which I really appreciate.
So you count Genevieve as one of your...
Oh yeah, she's super cool. Like, she's a sweetheart, to be honest. Actually, no. No, if I meet Genevieve, everybody would know. I'm going to post a picture. I can't just meet her and I'll be quiet because I love her. I love the way she carries herself. I like the fact that she's really focused and she's not everywhere. She's not everywhere.
She's not everywhere. Focused. Like, I feel this is like a TED Talk or low-key.
I got to that level. Yeah, of course, most definitely.
All right. So another topic that a lot of people, speaking about endorsements and stuff, still a few weeks ago on Twitter, I was just going on Twitter and I saw Cee-C trending again. I'm like, what's have happened again? But then this time it was because you spoke up, lent support for Busola Dakola's case, which had been thrown out of court.
That.
And then there was a conversation about you losing
Endorsement because of
your endorsement because of that, and then another housemate jumping at the endorsement. That conversation.
Oh well, you know, that period was a lot actually. I'm just trying to remember. I didn't actually. My contract with them expired. Unfortunately, expired almost the same time. Yeah. So, but the funny thing is, I don't know why people think that because some people pay your bills or whatever, they have the right to tell you to shut up when you need to speak up. I'm not about that, and I always, I try to ignore as much as, I can, but sometimes you have to speak up because it's easy for people to give you the labels and all of that. And if you're not careful, you carry that label to your grave. And I don't like all of that, So when the whole issue came up, I wanted to ignore, like, what's my own, like, my name is not, yeah, it is, but it's not directly affecting me. But then people started dragging everybody. And I'm a woman and I can understand how painful and how sensitive this topic is. And I'm like, I'm not saying someone is right or someone is wrong. I don't know when it happened. I think I was probably still wearing pants and playing with sand. It was 2000, to be honest. So I wasn't there. So it's not my business. My business is when you're telling a woman to shut up, let her speak her truth. If that's what she feels that happened, allow her to speak. You're not there, maybe. So why are you trying to shut someone up? And the fact that I work for you shouldn't mean that I should shut up when I need to speak up. And that's what I did. And then unfortunately there was a lot of, back and forth and all of that. But I didn't lose an endorsement because of that. I've not lost an endorsement because of, my actions. No, some of these contracts is just a year, some 6 months, some 2 years. So when it expired, I was done with the brand, and that was what it was.
So if he had reached out again, would you for an extension?
Nah, to be honest, because I was already, because you go higher, and one thing that happened when I came to the house, when I came out for the house, was the fact that a lot of brands came, and some of these brands we took it because of relationship, because someone that said, oh no, you should, or so, for so many different reasons. But right now, I want to work with brands that I actually support, their vision. I want to be part of what the brand represents. The brand says something to me, so that's why I'm trying to eliminate some brands that I work for just because of maybe money or because of someone that said something. So and again, as you're growing, you get more expensive. The number of followers I have now is not what I used to have before, and you want to grow. Not be waiting you collect before you collect now. So some of these brands may not be willing to increase the pay, which is fine. You just have to move to a bigger and better, place. Everybody wants to grow, so that I don't think I would.
What's the range now?
Well, that's too much details. Nah, that's too much.
Your clients might be.
That's too much information. That's too much information. They should send me an email. Or send me an email. I'll respond. It has always been. Can never be less than that. To be honest, it has always been.
It's in the tens of millions.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So, final question is: I like the conversation we've had about you being focused and deliberate about where you want to be, even after the first 1 year. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Well, I'll start with what is very important to me. I want to have a family. I want to have a sweet,
is there someone in the
charming. I know my father is probably going to call me after this, but yeah, I'm actually dating, and yeah, so I want to have a family, kids, maybe 5 years. Yeah, of course, kids. Yeah, kids. And also in the industry, I want to be able to say, this is me, this is my niche, this is what I represent, this is, doing amazing projects, things that actually, very much, like exacting to me, like, okay, this is Cee-C, like, do you understand? Like, yeah, doing all of that. Just following my dreams,
Following your dreams, like tell us, like, we know that you're the brand influencer, you have your own brand, you're doing a lot of things, but then one thing aside.
Actually, if you watch Big Brother, like my season, if you watch closely, you would see that. I was already successful before I went into the house. The lawyer, 2-1 for that matter. I don't understand. Do you understand? For me, going to that house, that means I was in search of something, something different, something more than what I already had. And I always said it in the house that, hey, I want to transform, renew lives as much as I can, and I can do that by telling stories, creating. I can do that by telling stories, creating. I actually want to become a filmmaker, director, producer, like not just making movies, but actually like creating content for brands. That's why when I came out and I found out that brands are like, coming, I'm like, cool. I don't want to just be a brand influencer to these brands. I also want to be able to create contents for them. And that's why I'll be going to film school early next year. Finally, actually, yeah.
I just have a feeling that people drag you when you do it, when you eventually do it.
Well, good luck to them anyway, because I don't.
Because there's someone who, like, your name always pops when that person's name comes up, your name always pops up. And then when your name pops up, there's always that conversation about the other person. And then the person went to film school this year, and then next year, like, doesn't that worry you?
Why should it worry me? I think, well, it's Nigeria, we can't help these things. They always try to compare and this person, but it doesn't make sense to me. But if you watch the show, or if you know Cee-C, if you have even spoken to me before I became Cee-C, you would know this is something I'm very passionate about. And the fact that someone else is doing something similar, or someone else has done it first, shouldn't stop me from doing what I want to do. I mean, it doesn't matter who does it first. When you want to do it, do your own so well. It becomes a template. Who said that? I saw it somewhere. I can't even remember, but it's a thing. So, and again, if you're called to do something is your purpose, you'll always be different. So, yeah.
Be different.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hope you had a great time.
Yeah, I did, actually.
No, you didn't. Like,
Well, yeah, I had a good time, because I'm looking forward to more interviews like this, because usually when you go for interviews, it's like they're attacking you. But this is relaxed, so this is different actually. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I did.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That was great.